Ladies and gentlemen, let's go snowboarding. Welcome back to more Final Fantasy VII. Last time we made it to the Icicle Inn, and we did a bunch of stuff. We started things off here in part two. Um, it really sucks that Aerith is now gone, but the fact that Aerith's gone and now we gotta do this stupid ass mini game just doesn't check out. And I'm absolutely terrible at this, by the way. So you guys are gonna see me fuck this up a lot. But today, we have quite a bit to do. As I run into the wall again. We have quite a bit to do. After we finish this section, this snowboard mini game, we are going to be doing the Great Glacier. Oh my god, I jumped, dude. We're going to be doing the Great Glacier, and it's going to be a little tough, but I have an idea of how I want to do it. This is going to be a first in Flower Kitty Pie channel history as to how we're going to do this video. It is going to be I'm going to just fly through the whole thing, and then it's going to be a voiceover of like all the stuff you can get, because it's going to be a lot, and I think it might be kind of cool to do something a little different for the channel. I've never done that for the channel before, so yeah, once we hit the Great Glacier, I'll explain everything about it, and then we'll get going. But there are a few things that we want to do to like prepare for the Great Glacier. Oh, I almost fell straight off of that. Oh, that's not even fair, man. Come on. But yeah, there are a couple things we want to do before we prepare for the Great Glacier. Dude, I jumped again. Oh my god. There's going to be a couple of paths in the road that are going to put you in different areas once we enter the Great Glacier. Recording I did for the snowboard minigame, mainly because I did the whole snowboarding minigame. I got to the Great Glacier, and then I realized that I never started recording, so I have to do the snowboard minigame twice, and I wasn't very thrilled. I'm doing a lot better than I did in the past, though. Okay, this is one of the first forks in the road. You can go to right or left. I think I'm just gonna go right for both of them. Don't hit the snowballs. Don't hit the snowballs. Oh, I'm gonna hit the wall. Do you imagine hitting that wall going as fast as we have been? Cause kind of a tank for that. Dude, that's not even fair. It literally bounced me right into that. Come on now. I can't even win. This minigame is so iconic for like how shitty it is. And I went left again. Or I went left instead of right like I wanted to, but it's alright. Pretty sure I did the same route as I did in my previous recording. Whoa. I jumped so high he tumbled on the ceiling. Okay, I believe we're almost there. We are so close. There we go. Yeah, I did it like a minute less than I did last time, but I guess we're still in one piece. Everyone alright? Of course. I'm too old for this. Damn. So where do we land? We jumped pretty far. Hey, what's that? You got something, right? Use Y to see it. It sure is cold. We'll freeze if we stay here any longer. So yes, if we press Y, that map that we took is going to be a big help for us. Now, the Great Glacier. This area is split into 13 different sections. And 4 of the sections have something very, very nice for us. Section 13 is, I wish I could use my cursor to show you, but section 13 is where that check mark is. That's like your main section, pretty much. That's where you're gonna spawn in after you pass out from the cold. Just over to the right of that mountain area, that's section 14. There's nothing really there. Section 12 is that one little area that looks like a face to the left of 13, and then southwest from 12 to that little section. I can't tell what that is though, but that's section 8. Section 9 is just to the right of section 8. Go down that path that leads to section 7, down to 7, that first little dip where you see that little hut, that's section 5, and the hut is section 6. Just to the left of section 3 is that big wooded area, that is section, that's section 3. To the south of section 3 is section 1, and then to the west of section 3 is section 4. And then down from 1 takes you to 2, and then all the way up to 10. So there are section 5, there is something in, try to remember all the sections. Section 5, there's something. Section 10, there's something. And section 11, there's something. So we just want to try and go through this as fast as we can. For the sake of recording, I am going to set up the no battles, just mainly because I want to fly through this and show you everything. After this episode, though, I will be doing some off-screen chain because I am a little underlevel, I believe. So, with that out of the way, post-recording Ryan, take it away. Starting things off here in the Great Glacier, we are going for the added cut materia, which is a phenomenal materia. Pretty much what it does is, if you link the added cut materia with, say, fire, lightning, ice, any of those elemental attacks, it will do the elemental attack first, and then straight after, it will do a standard attack. You get 2 attacks in 1 turn. It is phenomenal. It's really good. So pretty much you just want to follow the path that I did if you wound up in the same spot that I did, and sooner or later you will wind up at the added cut materia. Alright, so we passed out our first time. I'm a little lost. I do have kind of like a idea of where I want to go. You awake? You collapsed the Great Glacier. It's a miracle you're alive. My name is Holzoff. I've been living here 20 years now. If you're planning on heading north, you better listen to me. Why don't you go sit down in the next room? You ever heard about those who challenged the cliff? Yeah. My first time my friend Yamasuki and I tried to climb the cliff was 30 years ago. But we weren't prepared for it. We never dreamed the temperature would be so low. The cliff has a biting cold wind that lowers your body temperature. Yamasuki was below me. He cut his own rope. I didn't even notice. I lived here ever since, challenging the cliff and providing warning and shelter for my fellow climbers. If you're going to climb the cliff, you need to take 2 precautions. First, check the route. It's hard to find because of all the snow. Second, warm yourself up once you get to a ledge. You must be tired coming all the way up here. Better get some rest before you head out. So that section he's talking about is, once we get everything here in the Great Glacier, that's where we're going to move to. It's safe here. I'm just going to keep on heading on. You know, I've been thinking. Seeing a place like this makes you really realize how awesome nature is. But if anyone ever told me to live here, I'd tell them to. Well, you know. I'll tell you one thing though. If I did live here, I'd change things to make it better. I guess Midgard's the total opposite of this place. When you think of it that way, the Shinra don't seem so bad. Ugh. What the hell am I saying? The Shinra, not bad? We'll secure a route. You come up later. Alright, we're gonna leave these guys here to freeze, and we're going back in. Take it away. Alright, the next one we are going for is the All Materia. Just head south from wherever you pass out from, and you will turn up on this little cave boulder thingy, and inside you will find an All Materia. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the next piece of treasure we're going for is the safety bit. This is an accessory you can put on your character, and it is just right up in this little area. You're going to have to do a little bit of a jumping puzzle here, and I will tell you exactly which way to go. So starting off, take your first one, go north. West, south, west, north, east, north, 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 west, south, east, east, and then north one more time. And you have made it to the little cave that inside you will find the safety bit, which is kind of a decent accessory. It protects from sudden death, petrify, and slow numb. If you want to throw that on one of your characters, go right ahead. Alright, the final treasure we're getting here in the Great Glacier is the Alexander Summon. Start by heading south from Area 13 until you reach Area 11 with a little hot spring there. Make sure you touch the hot spring, otherwise you will not be able to get the Alexander Summon. You'll have to come all the way back here just to touch it in order to get the summon. So after you touch it, head back up the same way that we came, back into Area 13, and start heading east till we reach Area 14. See, I accidentally got mixed up because of wind here. The wind here gets you all kind of confuzzled. So yeah, keep heading east until you reach Area 14. There will be a cave there with a dude inside who will want to battle you because he got pissed that you touched the hot spring. So after that, you get the Alexander Summon. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming back right here, because we got a little boss fight to do. Something you want to do, this enemy is called Snow, and yes, I would. This enemy has an item that you can steal from, and it is extremely good. Extremely good item. I'm going to try my best to get it, so we're just going to sit here a little bit and steal until we get it. I hope you guys are following along pretty well with the walkthrough right now. I'm trying my best. This is my first time doing like a post-recording type thing, so I hope it's going pretty well. Any day now would be great. Okay, well, Sid, you can't do that. Trust me when I say, if you have a magic user, you are going to want this. You're going to want this item that this enemy gives you. Fucking. Oh my god. Okay, there you go. The circlet. That is a perfect item. I'm gonna end up killing myself here. To activate this, I guess you've seen it though. Alexander. That's a phenomenal materia. Summon materia. Extremely good. Something you want to make sure you grab. There is one more thing that we can get while we are here. So I'm going to see if I can figure out how to get back to Area 13. I think I have to just go up this way. Okay, yes. I believe if everything is right, I could just keep heading north up here. That's the cave where we found the all materia. So from the cave, just keep going west and you'll run into it. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know this was a thing until I was like doing research to make sure I had like the best route possible for this. So it's kind of cool that this is a thing. I've never done this little glitch before, so hopefully I don't mess it up, because that would suck. Okay, now once you're in here, go into this cave, and there's an elixir here. Now, before you pick up this elixir, you know how you pick up an item and the or the text box pops up that says received elixir? Well, you want to receive the elixir, you're allowed to walk around. You can see it's still sitting right there. But if you walk out of the cave, come back in, it's still there. You could get as many of these as you possibly want. Just make sure you do not click the text box out. It's insane. It's awesome. Let's see how many I'm at right now. I didn't know how many I had to begin with. I had 6, and now I'm at 8. But yeah, that's pretty much everything here. Hopefully this episode went according to how I wanted it to in my head. And this will be the first time I did like a post-recording type of deal, so it should be interesting. I hope it goes alright in editing, and we shall see. I am going to sit around the Great Glacier, and I am going to grind levels because this place is really good at giving you levels. I'm going to grind levels, get a ton of elixirs. I don't know if I feel the need to go all the way to 900 or to 99, but we shall see how far I get. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Final Fantasy VII. If you wanted to enjoy, and if you want me to do something similar to this again, let me know. That'd be sweet. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Final Fantasy VII. If you want to enjoy, please go ahead and leave a like if you haven't yet. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell directly next to the subscribe button so you always get notified whenever I post another banger. Next time on Final Fantasy VII, we are going to be heading up Gaia's Cliff. Just like the old man at the hut said. And we'll be continuing from there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really truly do appreciate it. Remember, stay sexy, because you're the real MVP.